So, good afternoon, everyone, and a happy Valentine's Day to each and every one of you. I am joined today by my beautiful co host, my sister, Miss Irmela Singh, Mrs. Irmela Singh, I should say.
Hi, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day.
Well, it's good to have you back with us, Irmela, because you've been missing for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know I was really sick, but I'm glad to say I'm feeling a lot better now.
I'm liking your background, it's really pretty.
Thank
Beautiful
you.
roses. Did your
Well,
husband get those for you?
well, he did get me beautiful roses, so I wanted to go with the Valentine's theme like yourself. I like your backdrop as well.
I know. So thank you everybody for joining, whoever's logged on right now. We'll let the live build up for a bit and then we'll do some announcements. But in the meantime, I just want to say, I know everyone's probably holding their breath waiting for me to say something about CSM, but I'm not going to. I think I said enough already on Facebook today. And today I just want to take a moment and just let you guys know that we have a jam-packed session here today, back-to-back session with two unique groups. And I'm so looking forward to this conversation today with both of them. For those of you joining in right now, please do take a moment and share the page with your family and friends. And, and for anyone who is a singer, please share the page with them and invite them to come on and take a look. Any aspiring artist, this show, they're going to want to know about this show today because our guests are going to be speaking about such things. As you all know that I've started this Sunday Afternoon Lime as a forum for new and emerging artists as well as those who are established in the industry. It's a way of showcasing fresh new talent and in the process giving them the recognition and encouragement on their musical journey by means of opening doors that are most often closed in this industry. I've started this Sunday Afternoon Lime as a way to fill a void which I found was lacking in the industry. And as such, it brings me a lot of joy and happiness to help those artists that needs the help to showcase their music and their talents. The past 9 months of me doing this, I think is a testament of the success of the show. And, I have a lot more to learn in terms of getting things right. The internet doesn't always cooperate with us. And, we are aiming to take it to the next level very soon. So before we get started with today's segment, I just want to say that I stand in solidarity with all of the women of Trinidad and Tobago and the world in the fight for justice for Andrea Barrett, who was laid to rest just yesterday. And to stop the violence against all women and girls across the globe. As a mother myself, I cannot imagine the pain of losing a child, but as a woman, I can stand with you in your fight for justice. So I'd be more than happy if you can let me know how I can be of help. And I'm sure that my co-host here agrees with me on that as well too.
Yeah, absolutely, Mal. I just want to take the time to send my condolences to the Barrett family. And again, we have to speak up. We have to speak and cry out for justice and justice for women because violence against women has been going on for far too long. And we really need to collectively come together, man, woman, child, and say this is not right. And everybody has a value to their life, and everybody's life counts. And we just need to speak up and say this is wrong. And let's find all the perpetrators who are, whether it's human trafficking, violence against women, what in every shape or form that it comes in, that this violence comes in, we need to start addressing it and really bring it to the forefront. And this is just another very sad example of what is happening to women across the globe. And we need to unite as one and fight against it.
Awesome. Very good message indeed. And she works for the police, so she should know a thing or two about fighting crime. Can you turn your volume up just a tiny bit?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Great. And for those of you joining in right now, please do share the page. I know it's Valentine's Day and most of you probably have, you know, dinner or something waiting, something exciting, something romantic. And for all the single ladies out there, kudos to you because I'm single as well. And you know what? Happy Valentine's Day to all of us single people out there.
Absolutely. All the single women and men out there, enjoy the time. And Valentine's Day, it's the day for everyone. It's not just for couples.
Exactly. It's a day for love. It's a day
That's
to
right.
love anyone.
It's
Exactly.
a day about self-love as well. It doesn't have to be with another person. Just love yourself and be thankful for what you are, who you are, and happy Valentine's Day to you.
So we have one of our viewers, Sunil Raghavir, saying, yeah, romantic hot fish curry and roti. Well, Sunil, I hope you're enjoying that hot fish curry and roti. We've got Shivani Balkaran watching, Sahendra Lal Nandalal, who is also watching, Ram Sukdale, Philip, Family Bloom, who will be joining us shortly, Rod Singh, Rakesh Narayan watching all the way from Australia. Hi Rakesh, how are you doing? Kiran Pasad from South Africa, Ram Narayan, Anisa Dar, Manish Dutt, Devika Mohan, Michael Nalini Naidu, let's see, Manish Dutt, Barindra Malhotra, Raj Chandrapal, Rupal Girdhari from Trinidad and Tobago. Good afternoon to you, sir. Hope you're doing well. And Nishana Nikita Sibarat from Trinidad and Tobago. Sunil Bahari, watching all the way from South Africa. Kanhai Patan. Happy Valentine's Day to each and every one of you. Liz Paduman, happy Valentine's Day. Ina Dimple Maharaj, and a few other people are watching right now. So happy Valentine's Day to each and everyone, and welcome again to the Sunday Afternoon Lime. I think, let's see where our guests are, if they're here. I believe they are, so let's let them in. Not sure where they are. Hi there, how are you?
Good, how are you, everybody?
I'm good. You are Leon Phillips, right?
Yes, and I need to change my little renaming thingy here.
Okay.
To do that.
Awesome.
All
And I
right.
believe we have our next guest, Lakshmi Rajesh. She's joining us all the way from London, England.
Hi, Lakshmi.
Hello.
How are
Can you
How
hear
you?
are you?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
Great.
Great, great. Good to see you.
Yes, same here.
And we have the other two joining soon.
Yes,
Sure,
so
great.
Srijit will be joining anytime.
Awesome. Okay, here we go. Hello, sir. How are you?
Sri, you're on mute.
There we go.
Hello, sorry.
I've
Can you
asked
hear
him.
me now?
Yes, I can hear
Hear
you.
Lakshmi. There we go.
Hello, how are you?
Doing good,
Yes.
Bella. How are you all?
Great, great. And we're waiting on one more person.
No, so this is it from our end,
Okay.
Mala. So it'll be three of us today.
Oh, okay, okay, awesome. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, these are the creative minds, the creative geniuses behind the show that we are going to be talking about called The Artiste. Did I get that correct?
You got that right. It's got that little bit of
Awesome.
that French sound to it as well.
Okay, so first of all, I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Leon Phillips on the left here. He is the music director, songwriter, music video director and producer, cinematographer, FAA certified drone pilot, music instructor, motivational speaker, musician, bass and rhythm guitarist. Wow, that's a mouthful. You are so super talented.
Thank you.
Man who believes there is art in every heart. Leon's is the master of all trades. With his motto, let's make people better, he dedicates his life to identifying and honing the creative arts in young kids and adults alike. Through his company, Creative Clouds, he conducts live songwriting classes via Skype weekly, instructing students on how to compose, write, and sing their own original songs and film music videos for their songs. He helps to identify and nurture originality in every singer, and he also directs and films music videos for local American bands. He picked up his first guitar at the age of 10 and have been composing melodies in English, Hindi, and regional languages for 3 decades. He believes there is no music without his family. His wife, Babita, and his girls, Nikki and Dia, are pillars of his strength.
And Mala, it is my pleasure to introduce let me get this right. Srijit Krishnanan, and I apologize if I say it incorrectly. Srijit is also one of the managing directors of The Artiste. He is a singer, composer, vocal coach, and also a performing artist. Quite the accomplishments there for Srijit as well. He is a trained Carnatic classical singer and performer. He has been performing since the age of 10. He performs regularly in Indian festivals and events across the Midwest. Srijit has he has competed in various television shows in Southern India and was a finalist in the show Radha Malika and Padam Office. He has won various corporate events for Best Male Singing and also has won the Best Male Singer in the coveted IIT Madras Saran. He's also rendered his voice for various Tamil movies and jingles. And he is also a composer and is passionate that music composing is a passion that he wants to pursue. Srijit was also part of various music bands in Chennai until he moved to the US. And I believe he currently lives in Bloomington, Illinois. Is that correct?
Yep.
He's also
Awesome.
married. Okay, he's also married with 2 kids and he gives lessons in Carnatic music to students. How do you fit all of these things into your day? You are a busy man.
Most definitely so. We do have the lovely Lakshmi Rajesh joining us all the way from London, England. And as I don't know very much about Lakshmi, I would like if maybe Leon or Srijit can possibly do a little intro on her for us.
Sure. Lakshmi Rajesh is our winner from season 1 of The Artiste. She's 11 years old, and she, of course, as you all know, she comes from our Grow London, where she resides with her family, her dad, mom, and Lakshmi. She's 11 years old, so she's one of our youngest winners from last season. Lakshmi, would you like to give a little more briefing about yourself?
Yes, as you said, I'm 11 years old and I'm in year 7 and I'm learning I'm in Wellington High School for Girls in Wellington. Yeah, and it was incredible to be part of the Artiste and learning many things from the Artiste members and the jury, Paddy, Sir, and the trio, of course. And it was just a wonderful experience.
Awesome. That's wonderful. So right now I have a little intro video on the artiste that I would like to play right now so that you guys can get a little bit more insight into who they really are. So let's play that right now.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Let's do this together.
कभी ये सोचा था न कभी ये जाना था न कभी ये माना था हो ये जिन ख्वाबों को हम बुने थे जिन ख्वाबों को हम जिए थे उन ख्वाबों को याद करके निकले हम मंजिलों की जुस्तजू में जिन मंजिलों से पूरी होगी अपनी ख्वाहिशें
निकले हम मंजिलों की जुस्तजू में जिन मंजिलों से पूरी होगी अपनी ख्वाहिशें You're the artist. You're the artist.
Awesome video there. You guys are like musicians, you're singers as well. And I believe you belong to a band as well, Leon, right?
Yes, so all of this, the journey started out with Exit 167, which is a band based out of Chicago, the Midwest region here. So, we used to play in the band, and now we've changed a lot, the way we do the band, and it's not just the band anymore, but also this online global, talent hunt as well.
Awesome. So why don't we start off the conversation by you telling us what the artiste is all about? Because I know a lot of people want to know who you are, what you're all about. What's this competition about?
Sure. So first of all, happy Valentine's Day to you and your viewers. It's always a great thing to kind of network with like-minded musicians and music lovers from all over the world. I hear, Mala, you've got fan following from the Caribbean, you've got Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana, South Africa. So lots of love from the artiste to all your viewers.
Thank you so much.
So going back to what the artiste actually implies is, I mean, the word artiste is a performer, right? And season one, we wanted to bring something that was all about learning and growth, because ultimately, our motto is finding the art in your heart, right? So as you all know, we're all artists, so, and even if you don't know it, even people listening here, if you thought you didn't have even 1 ounce of art in your heart, look again, think again, because there's always something in that heart of yours. So the goal is to find out what is that art that's baked deep inside your heart. So we wanted to look at the performing arts and singing in general. So we said, why not come up with 2020 being as brutal as it was? We have COVID and we've got the pandemic. We didn't want to constrict ourselves to the lack of creativity at this time. So we said, and Shri, Vinod and I, we got together and we said, you know what, let's build a platform where we could sit right at home and, bring the best out of the best out of people. And hence the Artiste was born. So it's essentially a global online, singing talent hunt. We had 174 contestants last year, and our celebrity judge, and we say that there are no judges in our competition. We call them guides, celebrity guides, and this is the Padma Shri Usha Uttup, because ultimately, who are we to judge? We are here to guide, and that's really our motto.
That's awesome. That's really, really good. I mean, you have gotten Usha Uttup as your celebrity judge. How did you manage that? How did you convince her to come on to the Artiste?
As you all know, she is an amazing, amazing woman, and she has traversed not just the north, the south, or the east of India, but she's traversed the world when it comes to music. She was in London. She used to sing in clubs there when she was. And if you remember, Mr. Artup, she's the lady that sings in the sari.
Yes.
That's right.
And it was a lot of bling. She loves to adorn herself with a lot of bling and a lot of that. And she's really the epitome of success. And I do have to thank my mother-in-law, who was actually instrumental in bringing her to us. And she basically had some contacts, and we reached out to her, Usha Uttup's manager. Then she looked at our credentials, looked at who we were, and she says, "Guys, this is exactly what I live for." So that's how she got on board.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, can you talk to us a little bit about what type of artist are you looking for? Like, what type of contestants are you looking for to join this competition?
Shri, I'll let you dive into that, and I'll kind of complete it as well.
Oh, sure. Thank you so much. Anyway, Mala, so as you know that this is a global online singing competition, and we last year we had people all the way from Australia, Malaysia, Singapore, India, South Africa, Canada, the US obviously, and a few from the South American countries. So that being said, this year we decided to sort of spread our wings and then sort of have categories as well. So last year it was all in one, where we had people singing Western genre. We had people singing a little bit on the Carnatic, not Carnatic exactly, but Indian classical, as well as real rock songs from the movies, all Bollywood based. So we said somewhere we have to kind of segregate it and have separate categories, and we accomplished that as part of season 2. We are also bringing a lot of accomplished jury members. Of course, we intend to bring Usha Uttup again, because she's like Leon mentioned, she's the epitome of success and sets us such a right example for everybody because she's there to guide us. So as far as 2021 or season 2 is concerned, we have 3 categories. We have the Western genre, we have the Indian classical genre, and we have the Indian playback singing genre. So predominantly, it's not restricted to any single language. When it comes to the Indian songs, it's all over. And what we will be looking at is the technicality, and the X factor that any artist brings. And we have none other than Lakshmi Rajesh herself. She was such a right example for us in season 1. And Leon, you can take over from.
Yes,
yes,
absolutely.
you said it all. I mean, Lakshmi Rajesh is the epitome, one of the epitomes of our success. We had two winners, Lakshmi Rajesh and Sindhu Vasudevan, and she's Lakshmi is here with us. Yeah, I mean, so you've covered it all, Shri. Yeah, three different categories. We really value people that think outside the box. We really want people to come out of that nutshell, that little cocoon that they live in, and bring out that their little thing to the music, their flair. Turn it. Don't sing it the same way that like artists typically do, because you are not them. You are you. We tell people, especially like Lakshmi Rajesh, bring the best out of Lakshmi. Bring people like Lakshmi Rajesh. Bring them to the song. Yeah, don't let the song come to you. Bring the song in you, right? And put a little spin to it, right? And bring originality. Be a little clever, and pick the right songs for yourselves.
Exactly. So the genre of music that's allowed on the contest, like what type of music is it? Strictly Bollywood?
So as she was saying earlier, so we've got three categories, and so one category is what we call the Indian classical genre, and that is like if you're familiar with Hindustani, if you're familiar with the Carnatic, so that's where the students that are or aspiring singers or even students that today that sing or are learning those songs are able to come there and do a recital. So we have a category just for that. Another category we have is the Western genre, of course, English vocals, but we would open it up to world music as well. So there's someone that came with, a Latino song or a Hispanic song. We would love to see them, sing that, or even, you mentioned, Mala, a lot of great talents from Trinidad and Tobago and Guyana, and they put their own spin to music. And if they want to sing in English, that would be the category for them. Now,
Okay.
the third category is the Bollywood. So essentially it's called Indian playback singing, and playback typically means movie based is what typically that playback is known for, right?
Yeah.
But that category includes Bollywood, Tollywood, Mollywood, any woods except Hollywood, because Hollywood will fall under the Western genre.
Right. So pretty much anything then, anything Bollywood or whatever.
Anything goes. We're here for you. We're here to set the stage for these aspiring singers from all over the world.
Awesome. Okay, well, I want to take a moment right now and I want to play this video by Lakshmi. And I think it's the one that she, from the semifinals, I believe. I'm not sure. I think it's the one from the semifinals. Let's play this one. And then we can talk about it after.
Hi everyone, I'm Lakshmi Rajesh. Greetings from London. You're watching me live on Artiste Season 1. I'm the art in your heart. Do 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 do. चमके मन सानंद आनंद डोले रे ग म ध नि सा नि सा ग रे ग स नि सा ध नि म ध नि सा नि रि नि ध नि म ध ग म ग म ध नि सा ध नि सा do 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 do.
Wow, that was amazing. Was that the semifinals video?
Yes, I think that. Yes, go ahead, Lakshmi. Go ahead.
Yeah, this was actually the song I sang for the finals. Yeah.
Oh, the song for the finals. Okay, awesome. And so Lakshmi, what grade in school are you in?
I'm in year 7 now, currently. Yeah.
Year 7. And what led you to take part in this competition?
So I wanted to explore myself and learn from others, because I knew that if I participated in a competition, I would be able to learn from others and learn tips from the people here. So that's why I joined.
That's fantastic. When did you start singing? You have such a beautiful voice and you sound like you've had some professional training as well.
Oh, thank you. I have been learning Carnatic music for the past 6 years, and I started with someone called Sampat Kumaracharya, but with gaps in between. But for the past 1 year, I've been learning with Binni Krishna Kumar. She's the one who sang Ra Ra in Chandramukhi, and I'm learning Hindustani vocals from Prachi Ranade.
Wow, that's incredible. So will you be taking part in the season 2 as well?
Yeah.
I think the way it works for Lakshmi is she is actually one of our ambassadors for the Artiste platform. So now that she has officially won the title of the Artiste season 1 in the tenors category, so she's going to represent, be part of our team, and be the role model for young kids of her age that want to kind of, open their wings and fly as high as they can, and imagine.
Oh yeah, thank you.
So you said the tenors. Is that like can you explain a little bit about that?
So the word that we used to the tenors is not really the vocal range in the sense, or and from that perspective, it's mainly we were categorizing it by age. So in her situation, we had 15 and under last year as one of the categories, and we called it the tenors. And then anybody 16 and now, we call them sopranos, and not by the voice types, but by the actual age groups. So this year it's a little different.
Lakshmi, I just want to say congratulations for winning season 1. I was blown away by your videos throughout the season 1 show, and you are just so talented. I'm so happy that I have platforms like these, like the Artiste, where we can be introduced to such amazing talents. And kudos to the whole team for bringing this and putting this together. And like I said to my sister today, when I saw your video, I said, oh my God, she is so amazing and so talented. And I'm just blown away by your talent. So I have a couple of questions I wanted to ask you personally. Apart from singing, what other hobbies do you have? I believe are you 11 or 13? I can't remember the bio, what it said.
I'm 11 years old.
Okay, it's amazing. I mean, 11 years old, and you are blessed with such a beautiful voice, and just keep up the amazing work that you're doing. And for a normal 11-year-old, what other hobbies do you have?
Yeah, thank you so much for that. I really like playing the keyboard as well. And I really enjoyed that. And I like reading and many other activities. Yeah.
Awesome. So apart from Lakshmi Rajesh, you also had another girl who came, I'm not sure if she came in 2nd place for the tenors, Sindhu.
So Sindhu Vasdevan is our title winner from The Sopranos. So 15 and over. So she's a 17-year-old college-going young lady, and she had an amazing season 1 as well. Very, very talented, just like Lakshmi Rajesh. So this is what really, if you ask Shri and I about, the heartbeat of the artiste, this is exactly what we live for, is finding young talents or even, even we actually have adults as well in the different categories, but finding people like these from all over the world. Lakshmi, as you know, is from Wellington, and Sindhu is actually from Texas. So finding, people from different parts of the world being able to, compete, and more than compete, we actually went through a process of workshops. So we had complimentary vocal workshops where we took these kids and our contestants or these artists through different phases, helping to motivate them in becoming original artists, not just to kind of sing a karaoke and do their own thing, but also to kind of spread their wings and say, what are the other options out there? What about original music, different genres, music videos, so kind of help them, guide them through that process as well. That's what the workshops were for.
Well, we have someone on Facebook Live right now who wants to know. She says that Lakshmi has beauty. She has a wonderful voice, and she would like to know what other languages does Lakshmi speak.
Oh yeah, so well, I speak Tamil and English at home, a mix of that, and my mother tongue is Malayalam, but yeah, I'm not so fluent in Malayalam, but I speak Tamil and English, but I sing Hindi, Malayalam, and Tamil and English songs, though I don't understand what I sing really. I just go with the emotions and feelings of the song.
You sound like me. All right, so before we move any further, I do have a video of Sindhu, and I'd like to play that as well for our audience.
Hi, I'm Sindhu Vasudevan, and you're watching me live on The Artiste Season 1. Find the art in your heart.
Sindhu has always been the talented one in our family. As her brother, I've seen her grow from small stage performances to even fully publishing her own music on Spotify.
The Artiste has created such a wonderful platform for upcoming musicians like me to connect with other artists around the world.
Over the weeks, as we went through the different rounds, we've really come to enjoy it, and we're very impressed with what the Artiste team has put together. The productions, the quality of the events, and just their unique way of presenting something like this in this virtual environment was quite impressive.
Waiting for that phone call was extremely nerve-wracking.
Hello?
Hello, this is Srijit calling from The Artiste.
But it was so lovely to see the big smiles and tears of happiness on the faces of my fellow contestants. I think it was such a fresh take to declaring results and truly made it very personal in spite of the situation that we're all in.
Wow, Wow, she has an amazing voice, such range, such quality in her voice. That's amazing.
Yes, yes. These, it's like uncovering these true gems. Like you don't really know what you find. These oysters, these pearls sitting in these oysters, right? You never know, what you uncover. So there, Shri would agree with me that they're just as precious as they come.
Hmm.
Absolutely. In fact, we were left with a little bit of a trouble during the semifinals and finals because there's a difference between listening and judging, right? So you are listening as an audience, and then looking at where the mistakes are, trying to judge them. And to tell you from the heart, the jury members, me, we actually wanted to sit back, relax, and then listen to them because they were so good.
Right.
And
Yeah,
in fact,
amazing.
amazing. In fact, the jury members had told me, after all this is done, what, we have to forget all the judgment and then sit back and listen to them. They're so talented. They sound so good, and I'm sure you agree with us.
Absolutely. It must be so satisfying for you as a judge to uncover these gems. Like, I mean, I'm sure, like you said, there were hundreds of contestants in season one, and the range of talent that you've seen. Like, can you comment on that?
Absolutely. When we started with pitch one and pitch two, we could definitely make a difference between, who's going to move to the next level as to, who has the challenge to move ahead. So the first two levels was like, who has sung better and who could move to the next round.
Right.
Eventually, when it came to the semifinals, it turned the table. It looked like somebody has to make a mistake to actually get,
Right.
move to or stay in the same round and not move to the next round. And it was very challenging for us. And Leons will agree with me. We spent hours and hours and hours in order to select the best talent and then move them to the finals. Unfortunately, this is a competition.
Right.
So there is definitely somebody who does better and somebody who doesn't, but doesn't mean that the journey ends there. The journey still goes on with the artist, and that's the message that we want to pass out to them, that this continues, and you will learn with us. We will learn from you as well.
Right.
So walk us through the selection process. Like, how do you, if you've got 100 contestants, how do you choose? What are
No,
you
that's
looking for?
Yeah, and I think the jury and the celebrity guide Usha Didi and the trio, we all agreed that you know judging is a really a hard thing, right? Because it's also temperamental. It's also how the judge feels at the time. Again, we don't call ourselves judges because we have no right to judge anybody. But what we have right to is help guide people, right? So as part of the guidance process, we actually did have these the workshops. The workshops was really important to help them understand what music is all about first, because we tell them it's not about winning or losing, but it's about learning and growth, right? That's the first thing we instill in people that come through our doors, is because in life, someone is always going to win more than you, and you're going to win less. And we don't use terms like losing, right? So we tell them that first, and then that kind of migrates into now figuring out how do we find who is better, one who has got something with that X factor to move ahead, right? And you've probably seen, Mala, in one of the videos, that is, we have what we call the virtual boardroom, right?
Yes, yes.
And so we have a lot of firsts in the artiste. And again, it was very intentional because we wanted to change the format of the way competitions happen in the US, because we did not want it to be a competition. We wanted it to be more of a learning opportunity and helping people. And it's all about that guidance. So what we did was, through the workshops and even picking the jury, we were very selective about finding the people that understood that it's all about the learning. It's about finding that art, right? And we went through that process, and then eventually, as we get into the virtual boardroom, this is where now we fight for our contestants. We fight for the people that we think that, what, she's got this or he's got that, this person's got a little bit of this, and again, at one point, of course, in our semifinals, it was actually really tough because we were picking sides. There were actually, we couldn't show everything because what we did is we opened up our boardroom to the whole world, right? But of course, it took us about 3-4 hours to come to something, but we had to shrink it down when we showed it as highlights. But a lot of drama, a lot of emotion, as she remember, went through this trying to fight for the people that we like, right? But we wanted the world to see how people think, how these guides or these celebrities think when they're inside the room, right? And that was quite the experience. But at the end of the day, it's about creativity. It's about humbleness. It's about being true as an artist, true to yourself. And Lakshmi, as you know, you've spoken to her, she embodies a lot of that. I mean, she's very humble. And one of the things that we saw through the whole process is how down to earth she is, and she brings that, what's the right term, Shri? She takes a song and then she does something to it. And we get mesmerized by what she does. So go ahead, Shri.
I have the video of the boardroom finale, and I'd just like to play a tiny bit of it so that our audience can get a feel for what you just talked about.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Welcome to the final boardroom of Season 1, The Artiste 2020. We are so blessed this year, our first season, to have this wonderful global audience listening to us, watching us, along with the trio, the jury, and our wonderful celebrity guide, Padma Shri Ushaltup Didi. Watch from the confines of your home, have a glimpse of what really happens in the boardroom.
This is the section we call the virtual boardroom. And the virtual boardroom is where we discuss experiences to decide who did you think today were people that stood out.
I just want to say it's been a fantastic experience. And I love the way everybody is so real in their judgment. I think it's so important to be an unbiased person as far as this is concerned. In fact, there are many, many shows where I have been, where I have said, look, I can't get into this decision because I'm biased. One should be honest enough to say that. And I like the attitude of all of you that you have, judged or categorized everybody so beautifully without bias and without prejudice. I think that's what is important. And I love that. I love being with all of you.
How did you all feel that our top 15 contestants did in terms of tone and rhythm? Okay, so we feel that all our contestants, all the artists that came to top 10 were spot on when it came to the very basic ingredients, melody and rhythm. Very important. Okay, awesome. What is your take on people? Were they spot on when it came to lyrical diction? So I see a few hands that were kind of like in between.
Pretty much. I'm going to twiddle my thumb a little.
So let me ask that question, right?
So sometimes I do feel that in order to sing music properly, you need to understand also what you're singing. There is a little bit of a language barrier sometimes when you really don't understand every word that you're singing, don't understand the origins of the word. I know it's a lot of hard work, but putting in that effort will make you sing those words much better.
So this section is where we need to find out one good and one area of improvement for each of our artists, our top 15. So let's start with Adya and Vasant. Would you like to give your comment?
Okay, so that's a little bit of a gist of what really happens on how you guys judge, and that's incredible that you all come together in that boardroom and you give your 2 cents on each of the artists and you play back their video, and that I think is an important step really in the judging process.
Absolutely.
Yes, I think the goal was really to show the world, how we think, because I think a lot of these competitions, you don't know how the heck did this person move forward, or how the heck did this, and the audience is completely blown away. What just happened there, right? So,
Right.
so this kind of, again, we wanted to be transparent. I mean, it's being an artist is all about transparency, right? Because if you truly value the art, you have to value, that you have to be transparent, you have to be honest, you have to be open, and you have to judge with blessing from above, right? I mean, because really, I mean, our goal is to bring the best out of the best, right? But go ahead.
Let me ask you another question. Is it easy to tell when someone's favoring one person over the next, even though they're not the best?
And I think Shree's going to laugh at this as well, because that's exactly what happened in the boardroom, right? So this is where we pick sides. Sometimes some people feel like, because Malas, you come up with a, you've been brought up a certain way. You have a certain thought process when you see certain people sing, and Urmila, you might be the same way as well. So I come from a different background. Shree comes from a different background. The jury members come from a different background. Usha Didi, she comes with this whole global look, right, to everything, right?
Yeah.
So when you bring a bunch of people with diverse backgrounds into a room, it's not easy to come to consensus now. And that's what I love about about the artiste, is that we're so different, but at the end of the day, what we value is true talent. We say, let the talent shine, not somebody's favoritism to somebody else, because we have enough people where we will actually vote, right? If we're not, if I'm the only person that believes that XYZ moves forward, Shri and somebody else say, Leonce, I don't think I agree with you, and my vote is not for that. So the hands will go up or down, the thumbs will go up or down, whatever. So we know that at that situation, majority wins. So favoritism by one judge or a guide is not going to sail in our ocean.
And Leon's, I think that's probably one of the strong points of the artiste, is the fact that you have this collaborative team and you're so transparent. I think that's what sets your show apart from the competition apart from any other competition.
Yes, Urmila, you're spot on, and that was what Shri and I had when we started this. Is that because we're musicians ourselves, and he said, "Would we treat ourselves unfairly? No. Then why would we treat somebody else unfairly?" Right? And I said, and then again, so this whole artiste concept came from musicians, so like ourselves. So we said we will treat people like how we would treat ourselves, and that's really the fundamental, foundation of the artiste.
Absolutely.
So what are some of the criteria for judging?
So Shri kind of alluded. Shri, you want to maybe talk about that? You alluded to this earlier as well.
You can start, Leonce.
Yeah. So we essentially had quite a few categories where we would talk about. The X factor was a big one, right? So the X factor is something that not everybody has, right? I mean, it's always, an X factor just means somebody that just blows you away, right? I mean, the moment they step on there and they open their voice, even the first few lines they sing, just by hearing the first few lines, how that person is going to sing. So that's very, very important. It's kind of, sadly, not everybody has that X factor in them. That's the reality of it, right? But our goal through the musical workshops was to help find that X factor, right? Then a lot of the other things that we talk about is technique, because ultimately, and this is the big difference between Indian singing and the Western world. So we're tackling a lot of stuff in what we do, right? We're talking about Bollywood, we're talking about English vocals. Techniques are very different in both worlds, right? If a technique you choose in the Indian way of singing is really not what a vocal coach in the Western world will say, I don't agree with you. That's not the way it works. Ultimately, so technique is a big one, right? Technique is a big area. Musicality, right? Your choice of songs, how you carry yourself, the showmanship. So a lot of things that we have points on that we actually put down together, and we ultimately make decisions on that. And of course, the overall performance of the artist as well.
And just to add to what Leonce was telling, we had one of the candidates who was a rapper. He composes his own, he writes the lyrics, and then he does it the way that he thinks is best. He has the beatbox, and then he sings over it. or he raps over it, and we didn't know how to judge it. So most of the jury members, we were all performing artists, and it took us some time to get accustomed to this style of singing, and just having these categories of music technicality, the music itself, the rhythm, and the X factor. The X factor sort of, he had a spike there, but it was a journey. I would say it was pretty challenging as well.
Very good, very good. So you have this competition, you all get together, and then you do how are the votes tabulated? Like, this was a virtual experience last year, right?
Yes, actually, we have a few firsts. Like I was mentioning earlier, we do have a few firsts, and one of the big firsts that we're so proud of declaring is the fact that we are probably the only show, not probably, we are the only show in North America that went completely live, unedited in the semifinals and finals. So we had a team of people broadcasting our show, working behind the scenes to make sure that we went seamlessly from start to end. So of course, as you know, Mala, this is live, so things can happen in a live, right? And that's the beauty of going live.
Yeah.
And we love to embrace live. So what we did was, with the team, we had the production here in the US, and we had a combination, or we had some offshore team in Malaysia. So we worked together to bring the idea of live. As people came on there, we were able to put their faces on there. We were able to, so I mean, the whole idea of going live is difficult, but that was a big first for us. So, and we said, we're probably, like I said, we were the only competition from North America that dared to go live. I want to put that word, that dared to go live, because it's a challenge, right? But we made it through, and we had a lot of great feedback coming from all our artists from across the globe, saying that this was probably one of the biggest adventures they had in COVID season, right? Because as you know, we're so bound to our chairs, right?
Yeah.
So how do you bring 174 people into into a session? How do you make that work?
Yes. Yeah.
And
that's amazing. Yeah, go ahead.
We did have our own set of challenges. There were instances when people were talking on mute, the sound is not coming from the background. But at the same time, when we got to the reward part, where we had to call the contestant and say that they selected, and we actually captured that moment, that was priceless. So that sort of rewarded it back.
So your judges, they all come from a musical background, am I right in saying that?
Absolutely.
And they're able to judge based on voice and notations and pronunciation and all that stuff.
Rightly said, Mala. You're right.
Awesome.
We had a good mix of, so we did have for the Western vocals, we actually had a vocal coach, Michael Schneider from the Schneider Music Factory. So he was there to help guide and make sure that the pronunciation, especially the young kids, the vowels and the syllables, how they need to be pronounced, and so he was there to guide from that process, right? So, and from the Indian side of the house, we actually had trained jury members, and from the Carnatic world, we had members from Hindustani, we had members of my band Exit 167, because since we perform shows, and we wanted to show people or give them an idea, how does the drummer and how does the singer, how do you make it work on stage, right? What's the body language that makes that, okay, the drummer's going to play this, the singer is going to now jump, and they're going to all kind of in sync finish that thing, right? And so these were the things that we were telling our young artists is, how does that work? How do you make that magic on stage? How do you take that magic when you do karaoke? How do you, of course, karaoke, we do say karaoke is like, it's a baby, like you're taking baby steps. Karaoke is not the end all for everything. The next thing for somebody who sings karaoke is go out there, get your music out there, sit down with the songwriter, get your music out there. Once you get your music out there, get it on Spotify. Once you get it on Spotify, start doing these pockets of shows in town, right? Go out there, wield a microphone, right? Go out there and do your thing. Work with the band, collaborate with the band, collaborate with other artists, right? There's so much you can do in today's world, which is the kind of things that we teach through the vocal workshops.
Yeah. That's amazing. I'm blown away just sitting here listening to all these things, and I've seen so many different shows, and you know, the caliber of judges are not there, and you've just explained to me how your judging system goes and in your show, and it's just super incredible. Hats off to you guys for doing this. That's incredible. And to have a celebrity judge like Usha Uttup on your program from last year, that's incredible.
Yeah,
and
it
I'm
was
pretty
like,
sure. So Lakshmi, let me ask you this. How did you feel about Usha Uttup just judging you and talking to you about your singing?
I was tremendously excited to begin with. It was amazing moment, and getting her feedback. She has had a lot of experience before, and listening to her golden advices was just amazing. So, and she just especially said that we have to make our song our own, sing the song in our own way and make it our song. So yeah, that was amazing.
That's it. That's so important, because I'm sure you'll agree with me too when I say this, that it's important. All of us can sing the same song, but we can do it in such a different way. We can bring a different spin to it, right?
I do want to add here, Mala, that, you know, getting Usha Didi, and obviously she's fondly referred to as Didi. We call her Didi, right?
Didi,
like big sister, right?
Yeah.
And you know, it was like a match made in heaven, you know, between the artiste and Usha Didi, because she, as you heard, and she kind of said that, right? I mean, she really embodies what it means to be, because she's not your typical, you know, singer, you know, like, you know, there is, you know, if you look at the top 10 singers today, you know, and you compare her, she's like at the far end of the spectrum in a league of her own, because she's got her own unique thing. And that's what we tell people. It's not about following the rest of the herd, right? If you have a herd of people who will go in that way, okay, well, I mean, you can follow them, but there are people that simply do their own thing and make the impact that they did. And Usha Didi has made a huge impact on artists. And like to Lakshmi's point, she's very realistic, and there's no sugarcoating. She will tell it as it is, and she will make sure that you understand, and she'll give you examples. So she's really down to earth as well. So that's what we loved about her.
That's amazing. I have the clip that I was talking to you about on Usha Didi, as you call her, and I'm going to play it out right now so that our audience, if you don't remember who Usha Uttup is, she is the voice behind Ramba Ho Ho Ho. And what's the other one, Urmila?
Oh my gosh, I'm going blank now.
She has many songs, like Darling.
So many songs.
Yeah, she has so many songs to her credit.
She has a ton of music out there. All right, so let's just listen to this then.
Namaskar, Namaskaram, Sat Sri Akal, Salam Alaikum to all of you. 45 years of singing, and to be able to say it's like just yesterday that I started. Ink has inspired so many people, it inspired me as well. And so every time I come for this, and I want to say the 45 years of singing and perhaps 67 years actually of being in music, because that's as long as I've breathed. And that's a long, long time. For those of you who are calculating, thanks. Actually, through my show, normally I keep saying 45 years of singing, 45 years of singing. I always say to the audience, I'm sure all of you must be saying, Kitni umar hogi iski, which means God knows how old she is. So I put them at ease and say I'm 67. Music, it heals. It's for all seasons. Every kind of season you'll find some kind of song coming up, isn't it? It's also for patriotism. It's also for victory. It's also for liberty. It's also for freedom. Why so much time to fight and hate when there's so little time to love? So I'm going to sing you a song now. Do you like my sari? Really? So Ink saw me, and Ink gave me Skyfall in a sari. Ink will now give me Guitar in a Sari. It's one of the first songs I ever sang in my life and never ever thought that it would be so relevant even today. I can play this guitar, I can sing a few notes. I'm old enough now in this country to vote. So I wrote me a song about a wide-winged dove, a toy gun for Christmas in place of love. I hear children yell with their hands on the gun. I'm better than you, 'cause I've got one. My playmates respect me, my mommy does too. She bought it for me to shoot whatever I choose. Sometimes I wish this gun it was real, but I can't pretend that it's made out of steel. Bullets and powder and a trigger to pull, then I'd be grown up like the rest of the world. Just a toy, just a toy, just a toy.
That was
Wow,
amazing.
that's the caliber of a judge that you have on your show. That's amazing. Totally amazing. I love it.
Yeah, she's brilliant. One lesser known fact that most people don't know about her, and that Shri, I think there was right before the competition started, you remember that night, we all had a call like this, and there were 3, 4 of us, and we were talking to her. She started giving us a completely different side of her. She started doing stand-up comedy.
What?
We literally, for the next 1 hour, Shri and I, we were like, our tears, like out of laughter. Like, she started talking about stuff. And I mean, everything from, the Beatles down to, Bollywood, and you're talking about, the stereotypes from India and the stereotypes from around the world. She is an amazing stand-up comedian. Shri, would you agree with me?
Absolutely. She had such wonderful examples, which if anybody told that wouldn't be a joke. But when she said that, oh, wow, out of the world.
Yeah.
Wow, that's that, just hearing you talk about her like that, I want to meet her now.
She's an amazing woman, as you've seen. I've seen very few judges. Like I said, this is a match made in heaven for us. Has the caliber and the diversity and the length and the breadth. Talk about the different genre of music. She's not really classically trained. She said she's all self-taught. And that's what I love about her, is she never took even one lesson. And she said one of the biggest lessons, and Lakshmi, if you remember, that she had said in one of her sessions was that I never won first place or second place Arthur, you remember that, Lakshmi?
Yeah, I do.
And she says that you don't have to win 1, 2, or 3 to become who you're going to be in the future. And that's what we said. That's what art is all about. It's let us guide you to find that art in your heart. It's not going to be perfect, but yep. So that art in your heart, like it's sitting deep in there. And in today's world, that's the thing that will bring sanity to you. You might become an entrepreneur. You might be a doctor. You might be the biggest. You might have the whatever in the world. But what you hold on to is that art. Have that, bring that sanity in your life through that, and you'll see that your life will blossom.
Amazing.
Absolutely. That's an incredible piece of information there.
Lakshmi, what do you foresee the next few years for you as an artist now? What do you want to do going forward now that you have this platform? And I'm sure you've been exposed to a wide audience. What do you foresee in the next couple of years, 2 years, 5 years from now for yourself as an artist?
I think Shri and I, go ahead.
No, it's fine. You can say it. It's fine. Yeah.
Oh, was that question to Lakshmi, or was that to us?
Lakshmi, actually.
Oh, Lakshmi. Go ahead, Lakshmi. No, you take it.
Okay, thank you. So I want to continue my passion in music. I don't want to let go with it, so I want to continue with it, obviously with the tips and advices I've got from the artist and all my gurus and everyone. And also I want to, when I grow up, I want to become a physicist, a scientist, because I really love science. And as I am, if I become a physicist, I want to be a singer as well. So
she's gonna be a singing physicist. Let's put
amazing.
It that way.
Thank you.
Now
I have all faith that you will be successful.
Thank you so
definitely
much.
Will. Yes.
Thank you.
Let me ask you, Leon and Srijit, how difficult was it to judge Lakshmi against all the other competitors that you had?
Leons, do you want to go first?
This is a tough one, because I still remember the first time we heard. I remember Shri, we were all sitting together. She sent her video. Again, this is all virtual, right? So we ask contestants, we call our contestants, of course, artists. So we ask our artists to send us videos. And when Lakshmi, again, we didn't have to listen to Lakshmi for the full song, just the few, someone's got it in the first 10 seconds. Hey, either you have it, you don't have it, right? I mean, so in her, we heard her and she says, wow, I mean, she's got something, right? We knew the moment she sang that she definitely has something. Of course, she's very young. There's so much for her to learn, right? And be guided through. So we said it would be great to guide her through the artiste, right? To guide her through and to learn, because ultimately we tell people that it's not just a one-way street where they're learning from us. We learn so much from other artists because, and again, that's what I tell people all the time is, and Shri, you would agree with me as well, is we have to have an open heart when we talk to each other, right? We learn so much. Mala and Urmila, talking to the two of you, we learn so much from your production here. And again, that's so always keep the channels of learning open from each other, because we can learn so much from each other. So the moment we heard her, I was like, wow, okay, there's so much that we can definitely learn from this young girl, right? I mean, she comes from a completely different background. I mean, she's born and raised in London. Again, I was born and raised in London. So there's so much I can learn from her in the way she learns, she practices. And that's what I love about this platform, is that we have this open heart of learning from each other. So that's really, really key. But yeah, throughout the competition, she was phenomenal. I mean, she sings in, like she said earlier, with different languages, and she puts her own little spin to it. She puts that Lakshmi touch, which is what I really like about her. And I hope she keeps doing that for the rest of her years. However she wants to do her studies and everything, be that singing physician or that physicist that you want to be, mesmerize the world.
That's just too kind of you. Thank you so much.
She does have an amazing voice on her. Right now, I want to take a moment and I want to play her winning song, her winning performance for you guys. Lakshmi, your voice is just amazing, and this
Phenomenal.
song is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, I'm Lakshmi Rajesh, the title winner of the Artiste 2020 Tennis. I wish you all a very happy and safe new year. इतनी मोहब्बत सह ना सकूंगा, सच मानो जिंदा रह ना सकूंगा, तुझको संभालूं ये मेरा जिम्मा, मैं हूँ तो क्या हम जाने तमन्ना, अब जीना मरना मेरा जानम तेरे हाथ है, मैंने कहा ना सनम, अब तू मेरे साथ है, तू फिर संभाल के मैं चला जाना कहा, आज मियां साथिया तूने क्या किया, बेनिया तूने क्या किया, मैंने किया तेरा इंतजार, इतना करो ना मुझे प्यार, इतना करो ना मुझे प्यार, मैंने किया है तुमसे प्यार, मैंने किया है तुमसे प्यार.
Amazing.
Wow. Beautiful, simply beautiful. That
Thank
was
you.
just amazing. You sound like a playback singer, girl. You really do.
That's just too kind of you to say. Thank you.
I mean, you're only 11 years old. I can't wait to see what you're going to do. Like when you're, like 16, 17, you're definitely going to Bollywood. I can see that.
Thank you.
You're going to be the next Shreya Ghoshal.
I don't know about that, but just thank you so much. Everyone has helped me and supported me a lot, so thank you so much.
That's incredible. Wow. Let me ask you, Lakshmi, what would you have to say to any budding youngster out there who just wants to get into music or who wants to learn, who doesn't have, they're not there yet as an artist? What would you say to them?
I think everyone has their own uniqueness and everyone has their own style. So show it off, show your talent. And I know everyone knows that you have your talent in there. So just show it off. Yeah.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Great
Very good.
advice.
And Leon and Srijit, do you guys have any parting words for any of our viewers that are watching right now, or any artists that are watching right now, or someone who would just want to enter your program? Can you walk us through the steps of that?
Sure. And Shri, just add on as needed here as well. So our website is www.theartiste.us. Mala, maybe at the end of the show, maybe you can also put that in your comments there, so people have access to that as well.
I will.
And we also have our Facebook page. So essentially, our registration process is pretty straightforward. The 3 categories, and as you enroll in each category, depending on how many categories you enroll in, you'll get complimentary vocal workshops from each category. So outside of just the competition, you're already going to be learning so much from those workshops. And then once you're in, as Shri mentioned, we have 4 different phases: pitch 1, pitch 2, semifinals, and finals. So that's really the overall process. But all of our information is on our website. We've talked about the competition path, the competition rules, the judging criteria. Everything is kind of laid out on our website. You can also look at the video gallery in that section to look at all the videos from season 1, and you'll kind of know what the format is. So that should kind of give you, you listened to the theme song today. So a lot of information there. If there's any questions, you can always hit that little option there on the website that says contact us, and put your ask a question, whatever, before you want to sign up. Pre-registration has just started, and we actually have early bird specials going on right now. So right now, and then it'll go to the full rate. So but yeah, register whenever you can. We'll have registrations till the end of March, going a little bit into April as well. So, but yeah, the early bird specials won't last long. So the earlier you register, the earlier you get tapped onto our platform, and we start interacting with you.
Very nice.
Anything I missed, Shri? Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, Leon. I think you pretty much covered it, and there is a reason why I let you speak first, right? So, I mean, apart from that, Mala and Urmila, thanks for giving us this platform to talk about the artist. It's been wonderful to collaborate with you, and also have our pride, Lakshmi Rajesh, as part of this program.
Absolutely.
Yes, it's been our pleasure to host you guys and to do this for you and to expose you to our West Indian and Caribbean community as well too. And I'm hoping that all of our West Indian singers and artists out there will take part in your competition, and I will spread the word, and I'll put your flyer out, and you guys can take a look at my Facebook page, and I'll have all of the sign-in information on how to enter the contest, and all the information will be there on my page, so you can take a look there, or you're free to message me directly, and I will be more than happy to send it to you through email.
So the best way, Mala, the best way for people to remember us, and again, this is exactly our motto: find the art in your heart.
In your heart.
Right.
Find
I hope.
the art in your heart. Did I say that right?
Yeah,
I love that. I love that. That's a great hashtag.
Find the art in your heart. Absolutely. Yeah. Go ahead, Arla.
I just want to say, like, I went on your Facebook page and the website, and it's phenomenal. I just want to encourage your viewership, Mala, to just go check it out. There's some amazing artists that the artiste have actually brought to our attention. Like, for me, I always say to my sister at the end of each show, I'm so thankful that you have me on the show, because you've enlightened me, and you've expanded my knowledge in some way, shape, or form, because you're always constantly introducing me to all these amazing talents. And I just want to say that your platform, Leon's and Srijit, it's an amazing platform that you have to showcase the talent of the Indian diaspora, and you guys are doing a phenomenal job. Keep it up. I love it.
Mala and Urmila, it's a pleasure from our end. If you ladies want, Lakshmi's here. You can get some live singing to kind of sign you out.
Yes, it's Valentine's Day. So would you like to do something for us? And Leon, maybe you can do something for us as well too.
No, I to be honest, I leave the singing to our talents like Lakshmi and Shri. I mainly produce, I write. I mean, I picked up the guitar only not because I wanted to sing. I picked up the guitar because I wanted to write. I wanted to compose. So I'll let Lakshmi sign us off in this show.
Awesome. Go ahead, Lakshmi. It's all yours.
Thank you so much. To everyone out there, happy Valentine's Day. I'm singing a song called Tere Mere Beech Mein, sung by Lataji. तेरे मेरे बीच में, तेरे मेरे बीच में कैसा है ये बंधन अनजान, तूने नहीं जाना, मैंने नहीं जाना, तूने नहीं जाना, तेरे मेरे बीच में कैसा है ये बंधन अनजान। एक डोर खींचे तो जा दौड़ा चलाए, एक डोर खींचे तो जा दौड़ा चलाए, कच्चे धागे में बंधा चला, ऐसे जैसे कोई हो, ऐसे जैसे कोई दीवाना। मैंने नहीं जाना, तूने नहीं जाना, तेरे मेरे बीच में कैसा है ये बंधन अनजान। Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome.
Amazing.
Wow. You have such a beautiful voice. I'm telling you, you belong in Bollywood.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see you on The Artiste in season 2. So that's going to be a treat. Now that I know about you guys, I'll be following you, and I definitely will be tuning into whenever you have the various live sessions.
So Mala, I think we should definitely do a follow up to season 2 with the winners. Do we have the gentleman's commitment that we can have them back on the show for with the winners of season 2?
Absolutely.
Super awesome idea, ladies. Love it, love it.
That's great. That's fabulous. I'm so looking forward to seeing you guys again.
Yeah.
And with that being said, I just want to wish you all the very best on the season 2 of The Artiste. And it's been my pleasure to host you here today and to showcase this wonderful program of yours, and to give you a platform as well to introduce you to our West Indian community as well, and to the people of the Caribbean countries as well, and to South Africa and to Mauritius and to Fiji and Suriname and where else? The USA, of course. So thank you again for being on the program with us today.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
And rock on.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Stay
Thank you.
safe,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, bye.
Awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, we do have another group that's called the BHAVANI Entertainment, and they hail from South Africa. And this BHAVANI Entertainment, we will be featuring 11-year-old Pratisha M. She's also an 11-year-old singing sensation from South Africa, and her grandfather is the CEO of the BHAVANI Entertainment Group. And because of time constraints, we've had to pre-tape this segment. So I will be sharing that video with you guys now. So please do stay tuned. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we have with us today the 11-year-old singing sensation from South Africa, Pratisha M, better known as the artist Pratisha M. It's a talented 11-year-old from Springs on the East Rand in Gauteng, South Africa. Her love for music and passion for singing and entertaining started at the tender age of 3. She's very fond of playing the harmonium and has been learning to craft her skill further by studying Hindi classical music at the Niad School of Music. Whenever Pratisha visits her favorite country, India, she receives training from the famous music guru Mahesh Rao, music mentor and violinist of Indian Idol, Sony TV, Superstar Singer, Sony TV, and Little Champs, ZTV. Pratisha was fortunate to meet and mingle with the Indian Idol's 11 artists at the grand finale hosted in Mumbai. She has recorded her first song as an unplugged mashup medley at the Ray and Ragaz studio with the Indian Idol's band members, produced by Mahesh Rao, entitled Moments of Love. Momo Ke Dage, Sargam from Garamore Pardesia, and Luka Chafit. I hope I pronounced those correctly.
Just two wrong.
Okay. She is the first 11-year-old in South Africa to release her own original Hindi song, Meri Ma, written by Hussein Vali and produced by Mahesh Rao and the BHAVANI music production team, which is available on all digital platforms. She has been performing with various bands at events and functions, and often in the presence of high-profile guests, such as the heads of Indian missions in South Africa. Pratisha performed to much acclaim at the 2017 annual East Wave FM Freedom Day concert with styler Dishan Naidu, and popular DJ Manik Dor was full of praise for her after she sang at a wedding. One of the highlights of her very short singing career, that is, was singing in the opening act of the Shreya Ghoshal show at Emperor's Palace. Her favorite quote is, "If you play small, it doesn't serve the world. We are born to reveal the glory of God that is within us." Those are some very powerful words for an 11-year-old. Did you write that yourself? Did you come up with that yourself?
Yes, I did.
So Pratisha, why did you want to become a singer at such a young age?
When I was growing up, I always had music playing in the house and on the radio and the TV. I used to hum, and that's how I picked up singing. My mom, aunt, and granny were also singers. They had their own family band, so music is in me. Due to my love of singing, I studied Indian classical music, and I started at the age of 5, and now enjoy singing songs that challenge me in sargams and murkis, songs that showcase my talent in different styles, and this has always been my dream to sing as a famous singer.
Awesome. Very good answer. And who is your biggest inspiration in music?
Definitely Shreya Ghoshal. I always listen to her songs on the radio, and when I got the opportunity to sing as the opening act at her show, I was completely blown away.
Wow, that's amazing. There are a lot of people who want to do that, who would have loved to have that type of opportunity. So you're truly blessed to have that. That's amazing. How many songs have you recorded so far?
I have recorded 6 songs with 2 of my original from the 6.
Awesome. That's really good. And is there a particular person that writes your song for you? And how long does it take for you to learn a song? I mean, you have school, you've got everything going on. So where do you find the time to learn these songs?
Hussein Vali from South Africa wrote my first original song, Meri Ma, and my Guruji in India wrote my song, Ye Hawai. Anyone is welcome to write songs for me, but it takes me a few weeks to learn the song because I have to first understand the structure of the song and perfect the lyrics and the meanings with the correct emotions and feelings. And I also have to add in the ornaments and alankar to the song.
That's amazing, because I know a lot of singers, and when I ask the same question, they never go into such detail and such depth to tell me how they learn and their whole process, and you just did that in one complete sentence. That's amazing. Well, guess what, Pratisha? At this point, I want to take a moment and I want to play one of your favorite songs, 2 of your favorite songs, Meri Ma, and I want to do the, what's it called? Moments of Love, right?
Yes.
सबसे प्यारी मेरी माँ मेरे होने ये है मेरी माँ, मेरे जीवन की खुशी है मेरी माँ। माँ की दुआ वक्त तो क्या नसीब भी बदल देती है। सबसे प्यारी मेरी माँ, सबसे प्यारी मेरी माँ। ये मोह मोह के धागे तेरे उंगलियों से जा उलझे। कोई टोह टोह ना लागे, किस तरह के रहाए सुलझे। ये मोह मोह के धागे तेरी उंगलियों से जा उलझे। कोई टोह टोह ना लागे, किस तरह गिर आए सुलझे। है रोम रोम एक तारा, है रोम रोम एक तारा जो बादलों में से गुजरे। ये मोह मोह के धागे तेरी उंगलियों से जा उलझे। कोई टोह टोह ना लागे, किस तरह की रहाए सुलझे। लुका छुपी बहुत हुए, सामने आ जाना। कहाँ कहाँ ढूंढा तुझे, थके गए अब तेरी माँ। आजा सांझ हुई मुझे तेरे फिक्र धुंधला गई। देख मेरी नजर आ जाना। आजा सांझ हुई मुझे तेरे फिक्र धुंधला गई। देख मेरी नजर आ जाना। क्या बताऊं माँ कहाँ हूँ मैं, यहाँ उड़ने को मेरे खुला आसमां है। तेरे किस्सों जैसा बोला सलोना जहाँ है, यहाँ सपनों वाला मेरी पतंग वो बेफिक्र उड़ रही है माँ। डोर कोई लूटे नहीं, बीच से काटे ना। आजा सांझ हुई मुझे तेरे फिक्र धुंधला गई। देख मेरी नजर आ जाना। आजा सांझ हुई मुझे तेरे फिक्र धुंधला गई। देख मेरी नजर आ जाना। सा नी सा पा पा गा मा गा
And that was the beautiful voice of Miss Pratisha M, the 11-year-old singing sensation from South Africa. That was a beautiful song. I really love it.
Thank you.
Did you see the song on the screen while we were doing this?
Yes, I did.
Okay, awesome. All right, I wasn't sure. Now, Pratisha, let's talk about, we are in the COVID lockdown right now, and I know there are no gigs or anything going on out there, and you're all of 11 years old. How do you stay in touch with your fans from across the world?
Since I was unable to do performing on stage during the lockdown, I have been doing lots of live performances on Facebook, and some of them were for SATC, Gopio International, and a few weeks ago I performed for the virtual Republic Day celebrations at the Indian Embassy here in South Africa, and it was an amazing experience. The digital world has opened up many opportunities since the lockdown started, and we can almost do everything we still need to do online and carry on with our lives and keep in touch.
Awesome. That's really good, because it's important to keep in contact with our with our fans and fan bases. And you're on Facebook as well, are you?
Yes, I am on all digital platforms as well.
On all digital platforms. Awesome. Okay. All right. So right about now, we are joined by the CEO of the BHAVANI Entertainment and Investment Group, Mr. Dharam Siraj. Welcome to the Sunday Afternoon Lime, Dharam. How are you doing?
I'm very well, and yourself?
I'm good, thank you. It's good to have you on the program. I know that your group is a pro artist record label with a mind of its own, and it's founded on the ethos of artists getting more out of their creativity with a business model centered around added value. Can you talk to me a little bit about what BHAVANI Entertainment is all about? Because I'm sure that there are a lot of people out there who have never heard of this group. And for me, myself, I've never heard of you until like a few weeks ago.
Okay. So yeah, I've been in the music industry all my life. So I've been a director of Universal Music South Africa. And for the past 40 years, all I did is music. And with music moving towards the digital world, it makes it much easier for us to move and create labels. I felt it's time for me to set up my own label. And I'm not focusing on Indian music. My main focus is on all music in this country. I always say music is my business. Business is my music,
So you've been in the business for about 40 years now, right?
Correct. So yeah, I felt, with the shift in the music industry, it is more to offer artists. Before, artists were paid a royalty based on, a price it sells for, because it was CDs, whatever. But I think today it's made music so easier to consume via cell phones, computers. The digital world is something of the future today. You can have music anywhere, everywhere, on your phone as well. So I felt, BHAVANI was right. He said to take this and lead the market, and not even the majors have led this market, and you're going to see it change. I always said they are definitely going to change, that we need to share our income with artists. Instead of paying royalties now, if we receive $1, we need to share that dollar between artists and their companies. And that's a move I made, and I promise you, watch the space in the next year or two, everybody's going to follow this trend. I assured them that this will happen the past 2 years, and I can see it already happening. That's why my business is very, very different. I'm for the artist. I feel the pain of the artist who are not earning the right income. So hence I've set up this model to move forward in business.
So, the dynamics of the music industry is changing, and we are in a digital world. So what are some of the ways in which you can help an artist grow and promote their music to reach a wider audience?
So, we're talking more about Indian music. So for Indian music, the reason why BHAVANI has really gone into Indian music was I wanted to leave a legacy in this country, South Africa, to be the first music label to focus on the Indian market. We have a lot of talent in this country and a lot of artists who just do cover versions, and some of them also do own their songs, but those songs are not on the world platform. So hence, I felt, how do we get onto the world platform and do professional Indian music? So we want to compete with the Bollywoods and also be available to be played around the world, not just for South Africa. Now, I know a lot of artists in this country do music just for South Africa. The styles are different, whatever. But, to compete in the world, you really need to have the right format. One, we all are Indians, but we've never been, most of us don't even speak the language. It's just part of the culture. So, and even creating the structures of a song, all the voice talents, whatever, nobody in this country right now has that experience, including myself. So hence, I felt it was important. How do we launch Indian music in the country? Was to do a business deal with India, with Mahesh Rao to help us. I've been to India up and down as well, and set up a whole platform how we could work together to achieve this for South African artists. So, and I'm doing Pratisha, not to say she's my granddaughter, but to set an example and to show artists what it is to become a professional artist. What are the opportunities you get in life to become a real artist? As you know, most artists around the world, the Indian music, if an Idols wins the show, becomes an Idols 11 winner or whatever, when they do shows, they have one or two of their own songs and the rest are all cover versions, including any artist. Even if Sonu Nigam came and performed in South Africa, he's going to sing his own songs, but he's also going to sing the covers of Mohammed Rafi, So the opportunity of artists owning their own music, original songs, gives them an opportunity to perform worldwide.
Okay.
And that's what we're playing in this.
So you're basically looking for artists that can do original style, original music, original lyrics, original everything.
Yeah, I mean, artists got to be known by the song they do. People will recognize Lata Mangeshkar for the song she sang and did. And the same with, if you want to say Sunny DC or any artist, it's your song that makes you as an artist. I mean, you never built on a cover version of anybody else's song you sing. So you need you to have your identity in the music industry.
Yeah, that's something that we've all been fighting for here in the West Indian community as well too, because a lot of us we tend to take the Bollywood songs and do a refix or a remake or a remix of it, and the musicians would remake the music with a more upbeat soca style, chutney style music to it, and that's we redo it. And it becomes hits because that's what the people want. They want that type of music. But it's only of late that we've got a few of the artists, like Raymond Ramnarine, for instance. He's one of the top names in around the world, actually, and he's well known in South Africa as well too. He just recently did his very first original song, Kone Lage, and it's become quite a hit. And his songwriter was somebody from India. So yeah, so I think that's where we all want to be at. We want to be at that level where we can all write our own music, or not write our own music, but record our very own music, our very own song, original song, rather than singing cover copies of the play.
I think as an artist, also when you're not in the world, one day you want to be known for that song. When they play that song, they're always going to say, it was sung by Mohammed Rafi, So if you want to really be an artist, if you're a cover version artist, fine. You're never going to get recognized anyway. And there's a lot of talent, I must tell you. There's some guys sing brilliantly on cover versions as well, but they're never going to be recognized worldwide.
So can you tell us a little bit about some of the artists that you have worked with so far?
Yeah, so I mean, South Africa is huge in the urban markets. So one of the big things that I launched was Universal Music, which was Polygram then, was they in the international business. In South Africa, they launched a local division. If you heard the name Black Coffee, He's a
No, I
worldwide
haven't.
biggest name in artist. So Black Coffee is a massive house music DJ producer, and he's made it very, very big in the world with music from South Africa. First export of here. So I worked with Black Coffee. I worked with some big names, Mafiki Zola, Kalawa Stable. Most of the big names in this country on the urban side, I've been involved in building their careers. And I promise you we'll do the same. Even though the Indian side is a legacy that I want to leave, but I will make certain that I at least create a few top artists that will compete in the world.
Okay, well, I want to take a moment right now, and I want to play one of the songs that you sent me, and so that our audience can get a better feel for the type of artist that you have on your roster.
Come on, Tana,
jam on wine. Roll your bumper long, shake your tankala. Roll your bumper long, shake your.
Can you take us back through the steps of if an artist wants to sign with you, what are some of the steps that they have to go through? What are some of your requirements of them?
So Mala, right. We did Pratisha as an example to show artists what we're doing in the music side of the world. So in fact, we went out in an advert in the last 2 weeks so that artists on the social media, artists know exactly what we offer for BHAVANI Entertainment. We would like artists to join us who are wanting to learn and are willing to learn to sing at a professional level. We want to give you a world stage platform. So it's just not your music playing in South Africa, but play out in the world, especially in India, like what's happening right now in Canada. We're proud of Pratisha's music we played there. So what we offer to artists is 5 times training sessions from India, like how the idols are done. So when a song is structured and done, we will then get the Guruji to train you how to sing it. And every day, not every day, you will have lessons. And when you have lessons, record yourself and you learn from there. And then the next lesson till you are professional to sing that song and record in studio. So we offer that as a training. We also, if you haven't got a song, we can get a song from you from India. But we also have a lot of good composers, great talent in South Africa. The biggest problem is nobody knows how to structure a song with its voice talents. So that's where India comes on board for us. They take a song, structure it, possible rewrite here and there, and make it a professional song for us that can be sung professionally, correctly, with the voice talent of Indian classical music.
Right.
So even there's room for our composers who write music all that to join us as well. So I mean, right now we're recording an artist called Apka Suraj, and the song again is written by a girl from Durban, Indira Ramdin. You know, we've taken that song again, stripped it apart, and restructured it, and written some extras to it, and it's a beautiful song that's going to be released. So what we do is artists that are interested, we tell them exactly what we're going to do for you and how it's going to work. We also work on making a professional video for you as well, because today with YouTube, I mean, with the digital platforms today or the social media, you cannot be without a video, because that's where you're going to be marketing yourself. So very, very key that we record a song, we do a video, we get it airplayed. And then, you know, a lot of artists don't understand the power of earning on music. I mean, really, there's a lot of music. And I think the trends of India, I can teach you backwards, because I've worked in India as well for Universal Music. And I know a lot of artists are ripped off. You know, they never get a royalty. They just do the music auction, the Bollywood movie, and somebody buys it. And the poor artist got his pay for singing it and never sees his money again. For one, never even had copyright laws in India. I was very, very instrumental in helping them and discussing and making those things happen as well in India. So I know that music. So yeah, I mean, we can offer artist training. We can offer you everything that you want to. You know, if you're willing to learn, there's an opportunity to join BHAVANI. Now, we know a lot of artists have been singing for 20 years, 30 years. You know, yes, everybody has been singing in the background, in the kitchen, in the bathroom, or music that's not of quality that will stand world stages. So, I mean, an example is Suraj again. You know, I saw his post today saying, wow, you know what, I can even sing my old cover versions better now because I learned how to sing and how to breathe and what to in the music. And that was like amazing coming from Suraj, you know. So most artists are going to learn that. I mean, it's fortunate a lot of kids have been taught. There's a school called Ninad, School of Music, based in Pretoria, also offering online training. So we also work with them as well. You know, if our artists need training in South Africa, there's a Guruji here who's outstanding and can offer you the training as well.
So if an artist comes, if an artist comes to you and you feel that they're not ready as yet to record, you would push them in the right direction of getting some training.
100%, 100%. You know what? We will never record an artist that we feel will bring our company's brand down, or even India brand guys with Guruji, all that, they will never touch something that they feel is not correct because their brand is more important to keep as well. So artists have to understand that at times, you know what, we might say, hey, listen, we've given you so many training lessons or whatever, please continue, but you're not ready to record right now. And you must understand we're going to be doing that purely because we also want our brand to be sustained.
Awesome.
In music business anyway, you know, I want to just share something as well. So if you look at the amount of artists we have in the world, I mean, you know, 5% of artists from 100% are successful. There's a 95% failure rate. Now people might think it's a joke, or count it yourself, and you see how many singers and how many of them are successful in the business of music. So I also can. There's composer, you know, people need to know there's a producer royalty. There's, you know, when songs play on radio right now in South Africa, you get paid for it as well. It's called neighboring rights, needle time. So the person that wrote the song will pick up, you know, if somebody streams your song or downloads your song, you get paid the publishing money.
Is that what we call royalties?
That's what you call royalties. So the earnings are all, I mean, artists don't realize the power of earnings. You know,
so how do you structure that? Like, I guess you have to go into a written contract with, you know, for the song. If someone you know, if you're producing and writing and a song for an artist, you would have to go into a contractual agreement with them, right?
Yes, we have legal contracts, very basic, written with very, very, you know, I mean, the language is so like into you. So I haven't gone with asking lawyers to create all those professional jargons of legal language that confuse an artist. So mine is a very, very simple contract. It's you and me, and you can read about it and you'll understand it very quickly. So yes, very important to have contracts, you know, because tomorrow you're not in the world, you know that that earning will still be for your family or your estate.
Awesome. And thank you for taking the answer those questions, because those are some questions that burning questions I had. What are some of the more common mistakes you see artists making today?
You want me to speak from my experience, or you want me to speak
from your experience? Yes.
So, the most common mistake when artists make it, and when they see their first lot of money, I mean, really, I mean, they get to first spend it like immediately, either buy the best looking car, a Mercedes, a sports car, whatever. And sad thing is, artists are going into drugs as well, you know, and that's the biggest mistake that ever made. I think one needs to also help artists how to, from a financial point of view, how to sustain those incomes, what to do, give them all the help as well, because a lot of artists lose it. When you see that big earning, they just go to town as well.
So who would you say is the biggest artist that you've backed, your company has backed so far?
As BHAVANI, BHAVANI is very new, but I can tell you the biggest artist. BHAVANI is very new right now, you know. So we're signing up a lot of new talent and growing that market. But
and have they been successful so far?
They're coming through very nicely. You know what? Very, very strong, beautifully played around the world. Like I said, digital music. And what you'll find in our business, we make more money off internationally because everybody wants to listen to South African styles of urban music.
Right.
House music, all that. So a lot of money comes from us from international, like Germany, Britain, USA, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd be surprised that even India is listening to South African urban music.
Yeah. Well, it's something that I'm learning a lot about these days as well too, because it's only just a few short months now that I got to know most of the artists in South Africa, and you know, helping them to promote their music here as well too, and getting them on the show, getting to know them a little bit more, like I'm doing with you and Pratisha today. Now, Pratisha, let's go back to you for a minute. So who wrote this song, Yay Hawaii?
My Guruji in India, Mahesh Rao, wrote the song, and it's my own original song. It's an inspirational song intended to give people hope that the pandemic will end, It's
Okay.
about never holding back in life.
Right. Okay. So I want to play this song right now for our viewers, and I want you guys to pay attention to this song. This is Pratisha's very first original composition.
ये हवाएं बहती जाएं दिल की धड़कन को यूं धड़काए ये हवाएं बहती जाएं दिल की धड़कन को यूं धड़काए सबसे हम आगे बढ़ेंगे हरगिज़ ना हम रुकेंगे सबसे हम आगे बढ़ेंगे हरगिज़ ना हम रुकेंगे बदलेंगे इस बीते पल को दिखला देंगे हम हैं आखिर कौन Zumba is zumbe babu 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 Zumba is zumba baba Zumba is zumbe babu 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 Zumba is zumba baba जो गया उस पल को जाने दो आने वाले पल को आने दो जो गया उस पल को जाने दो आने वाले पल को आने दो जो रुके वो सारे हैं वही तुम अपनी पहचान को पहचान लो जो रुके वो सारे हैं वही तुम अपनी पहचान को पहचान लो पहचान लो पहचान लो पहचान लो Zumba is zumbe babu 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 Zumba is zumba baba हमसे है ये सारी दुनिया हमसे ही है सारा आसमां हमसे है ये सारी दुनिया हमसे ही है सारा आसमां हम जो बोलेंगे वो होके रहेगा अपनी मुट्ठी में हम कर ले जहां हम जो बोलेंगे वो होके रहेगा अपनी मुट्ठी में हम कर ले जहां सारा जहां अपना जहां ये हवाएं बहती जाएं दिल की धड़कन को यूं धड़काए सबसे हम आगे बढ़ेंगे हरगिज़ ना हम रुकेंगे सबसे हम आगे बढ़ेंगे हरगिज़ ना हम रुकेंगे बदलेंगे इस बीते पल को दिखला देंगे हम हैं आखिर कौन Zumba is zumbe babu 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 Zumba is zumba baba Zumba is zumbe babu 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 Zumba is zumba baba
So that was an amazing song. I love the song itself. You sound so fresh and so. I'm not sure what the song means, but can you give us a little insight as to what the song is about?
Yes, sure. So, as I said, it's about never holding back in life because you may never get another opportunity. So, work hard and become the best version of yourself. Persevere, never give up, never surrender. Rise up against all odds because every day is a new beginning. Just take a deep breath and smile again.
Wow, that's amazing. That's really good. So Mr. Rao wrote this song for you and you recorded it at Bhavani?
Yes, he did. And he also trained me to record the song.
Uh-huh. Okay. Was it difficult? Like, was it a difficult process to learn?
No, not really. My first song, Mary Ma, was a bit difficult, more difficult about this song. But this song is more upbeat and vibrant song, so it's not that hard because there's not much murkis and akars and not much classical notes in this.
Okay. Awesome. So I want to ask you, like, what grade are you in school?
I am in grade 6.
In grade 6. And how is all this popularity affecting you in school?
Well, school is always my first priority, and I always get straight A's in school, so that is no problem. But my singing has not affected my schoolwork in any way, and my friends and teachers are very supportive of my career. And I also receive scrolls for my work, and and I also wrote a COVID song last year called Give Me Hope Corona, which I entered the end, I stayed fit. And to my surprise, I was chosen as an item winner.
Awesome. That's really good. That's very, very good. And I also heard that you like to sing a lot of the golden oldies. Is that true?
Yes, it is true.
Can you sing us a line of something for our audience today?
Lata Mangeshkar. Yes, sure.
Okay.
लग जा गले कि फिर ये हसी रात हो न हो, शायद मेरे से जन्म में मुलाकात हो न हो, लग जा गले कि फिर ये हसी रात शायद तेरे से जन्म में मुलाकात हो ना हो, लग जा गले से हमको मिली है आज घड़िया नसीब से, हमको मिले हैं आज घड़िया नसीब से, जी भर के देख लीजिए हमको करीब से, फिर आपके नसीब में ये बात हो न हो, शायद मेरे से जन्म में मुलाकात हो न हो, लग जा गले से।
Wow.
Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love that song. It's one of my favorites from Lata Mangeshkar. It's amazing that you're 11 years old and you know about all this classic music. It's really important. And so your Dadaji here, he teaches you a lot as well too?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Nana.
Yes. Okay. So it's Valentine's Day. What are you doing for Valentine's Day?
You know what? We're actually having a ceremony over here for one of my grandmothers who died last year. And so this year we're not really celebrating Valentine's Day.
Okay. And Dharamji, what are your plans moving forward, like with this Bhavani Entertainment? You know, how many more projects do you have? Do you have new artists that you're signing up on a daily basis or on a monthly basis?
In music, everybody wants to be an artist, so we receive a lot of demos continuously. I mean, we advertise all the time as well, and we receive a lot and lots of demos. So We hold a A&R meeting once a month for like 4 or 5 hours and listen to the music we get and then help. We also help artists. Sometimes we might like the song, but we might not like the voice, or we feel the music is great, or guys, doing justice to this music. We always send them back to the drawing board as well. So we're not a label that will just refuse an artist. If there's opportunities, we always want to give them an opportunity to become an artist and grow as well.
Right.
So, you will never find that from a major. But we as an independent record company always say, let's help our artists to grow. Let's guide them because the passion is there, And music is a business. So every day we have new songs, new material coming in. The Indian side for me is a passion and a legacy that I want to leave as an Indian in South Africa to have some artists as well become professional artists in the world. So
right. So do you find a lot more South African artists are coming to you, like the Indian artist, or is it just the African?
At this moment, very few. I think a lot may be scared because it's a challenge to do Indian music professionally and do original music. It's very easy to copy Lata Mangeshkar and sing their music, but to create an original song, it's hard work. So, I'm sure a lot are scared to take this challenge. Some of them do speak to me and say, I don't know what to do, this and that. And I'm always saying, guys, you're going to learn. If you're open to learn, we'll help you to learn. The opportunity is there. If that's your passion, that's your drive, you want to be an artist, then follow your dreams and we can make that. Yeah.
That's incredible. I know, Pratisha, you did an interview on 92.3 FM, I think about a few weeks ago.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, that was amazing, and I know that Rishi was just like over the moon with your voice and your music, and he was just gawking about you. And your song Garmore Pardesia is a super hit. Everybody loves your voice on that song. So I want to play that. I don't want to disappoint our audience here today, so I'm going to play that song for them, okay? So let's just give me a minute to set it up.
ni sa ma sa ga ma ga ni tha ma ga ma ta ma sa sa ma ga ma pa ni ga ma pa ni la pa ma ga re ga ma da pa re ga ma da ma pa ni da pa ma ko da re sa ni sa re re ma ma pa pa da da ma pa ni ni sa ni ga ni da pa ma pa da ni da pa ma ga re ga re sa ni sa re re ga ना तो मैया की लोरी ना ही पावन की होरी मोहे कुछ दूसरा ना भाई रे जब से नैना ये जगी एक घर घर से लागे तब से फिर मोहे सताए रे ना तो मैया की लोरी ना ही पावन की होरी मोहे कुछ दूसरा ना भाई रे जब से नैना ये जगी एक दर दर से लागे तब से मेरा मोहे सताए रे दुविधा मेरी सब जग जाने दुविधा मेरी सब जग जाने जाने नहीं न मोहे पर मोरे परदेसिया आ पधारो पिया मोरे परदेसिया आ पधारो पिया गई पन घट पर बरन बरन परिया दीवानी गई पन घट पर बरन बरन परिया गम गम रे गम म सरे ग रे सनि सा नि सा रे म म गम रे ग रे सनि सा म ग म गम गम रे ग म ग रे नि सा रे रे म म गम रे म ग नि म प नि सा बरन बरन परिया दीवानी गई पन घट पर बरन बरन परिया हो रे लुक तेरी बांग समुद्र चुकाए रे रनिया परी रे बनी मरते चुगनिया गर मोरे परदेसिया आ पधारो पिया गर मोरे परदेसिया आ पधारो पिया
Wow, amazing
Hello.
job. Love it.
Thank you. Thank you. We must thank you. This song, Pratisha did it without any training. We recorded it when we were on holiday in Durban, over 45 minutes, you know. I mean, without even doing proper voice training or anything. It was something that, because she sang at the Shreya Ghoshal show, and she
Yeah.
said, I want to sing that song, I want to sing that song. So we recorded it. We would like to redo the voice now, and I can tell you, Pratisha will do it 1,000 times better right now because she's more perfect. So we're happy to have it, but you know, in our hearts, we're saying it's not the best. So in 45 minutes, like I'm saying to you, we just recorded in Durban, and that's the song.
Amazing, because I know that sargam is so difficult to do, and I know a lot of the young people, like, you have to be a seasoned musician to actually do that sargam.
Yes.
That's amazing. That's really, really, really good. I can't wait to see you in person. To maybe, you know, once COVID is over, you guys can come here for a show or something. That would be great.
Please, I mean, we're working with Apka Surat, so we can bring a show up. The way I'd like to come and do a show with you, I'll also bring in the Indian Idols, Mahesh Guruji, with his band to back us. So
Nice.
so we'll do a very, very professional show. You'll never be disappointed to watch the show.
Awesome. That's great. So our time is running out, and I would like if you could give us some parting words to any of the artists that are watching right now. Pratisha, do you want to start that off? For any youngster like yourself who is watching right now, who is interested in music, who wants to get into the business, what do you have to say to them?
My message is to never give up and don't listen to others who bring you down. Focus on your dreams and believe in yourself. But most of all, practice, practice, practice to improve your singing skills. And remember, fear is just another reason to try harder.
Awesome. I like that. I really do. Very nice. And Dharamji?
Pratisha is going to sing quickly an English song so you can just hear she wants to sing something for
Okay,
you.
go right ahead. So, yeah, so why don't you tell our audience, say happy Valentine's Day. Sing, this is going to be
Okay.
for their Valentines.
So everyone have a great Valentine's Day, and this is to everyone. The river of my heart has broken free. I give up my love to you finally. Surrender yourself, commit to me. You have become my necessity. The language of my heart is spoken through my eyes. I'm speaking the truth. I swear it is your name. तेरे बिन हम न लेंगे कभी गम. तुझे कितना चाहने लगे हम. तेरे बिन अब न लेंगे कभी गम. तुझे कितना चाहने लगे हम. तेरे साथ हो जाएंगे खत्म. तुझे कितना चाहने लगे हम. Thank you.
Wow. You can become a crossover artist in the Caribbean. You never know. You can come down here and sing, do a remix of that song, because that's one of the most popular songs right now. Everyone's putting lyrics to that piece of music there, and it's really big. So you should think about recording that as a cover.
Yes, definitely.
Awesome. That's really, really good. And what do you have to say to anyone who's watching right now, any youngster who wants to get into the business?
Yeah, I mean, anyone, and this is a worldwide offer, it's not just for South Africans. Anybody who would like help in the Indian market, please make contact with BHAVANI Entertainment. We're willing to help any artist that wants to grow and wants to build a career for themselves. So, I mean, I'd like to also have artists from Mauritius, Canada. We can offer everybody a platform.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just for South African artists.
Right. Well, I'm sure that we're going to be having a lot of artists contacting you for more information. They'll probably want more information, of course, before they sign anything. So I will definitely be sharing your contact information to a few of the artists that I know, and we'll take it from there.
Yeah, I think with the digital platform today, even training is so easy. WhatsApp calls, Zoom calls, Skype. So it makes life easy. You don't have to be at a studio or in India to do what we're doing, We record, we practice, we do things with India, but we lay your voice in South Africa. We could even lay your voice in Canada, Yes. So we just work together as a team to make it happen for you.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I can't wait to see you guys in person here in Canada, or I can't wait for this COVID to be over so I can come to South Africa and see everybody there.
Please, we definitely love to see you come. You could come stay with us as well, and we'd definitely like to tour and play in Canada.
Yes.
I mean, we'd love to cover the world with Pratisha as well.
Absolutely.
And on a very professional level.
Exactly. Well, I want to thank you very much, Mr. Dharamji, for being on the program here with me today. And I really respect your time and, what you're doing over there as well in terms of music and spreading the love across the globe to everyone and giving everyone the opportunity to work with you at the same time. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mala, and thank you for affording us the opportunity as well.
No problem. It's been my pleasure. And Pratisha, thank you so much. You've got a beautiful voice, and keep singing and reaching for the stars. And maybe one day I'll see your name plastered in Bollywood as a playback singer.
Thank you so much. And yes, I hope that too. But definitely I would like to come to Canada and explore different parts of the US.
Awesome, awesome. And I'm sure everyone here would love to have you as well too, because you have a beautiful voice and you sing like an angel. So yes, I'm pretty sure that's going to be a possibility.
Thank you very much.
Until I see you guys again, enjoy the rest of your Valentine's Day and all my love to you.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank
Thanks.
you. So what did you think of that segment, Armela?
That was pretty good. Oh my gosh, she is such a talented young lady.
She
I'm
definitely
blown
is.
away
And
by her as well.
I think
think
both the young ladies we had on here today was
Absolutely.
just phenomenal. Lakshmi Rajesh is just so inspirational as a young 11-year-old. I cannot believe these kids are 11 years old and they sing like professionals.
I know. I think that's what blew me away. And like I said, I was watching Lakshmi's videos last night on the artiste, and I think it took me literally 5 seconds of that last video that you played of her, and I was just blown away by it because like 5 seconds of it's all it took for me to just listen to 5 seconds of her singing to say, oh my God, she's phenomenal. And then I realized after, as I was watching and going through the Facebook page, that she was actually one of the winners. So I was like, okay, I'm not bad. I'm a good judge of talent. And it's the same thing with Pratisha as well. She is such a talented young lady. And I'm just blown away. Like you said, they're both 11 years old and such talent. They're just blessed. That's all I have to say.
And I believe, and I think they're in the right direction, because this is what our youths are going to take with them into the future of our culture. And that is what I call true generational culture. Because they're learning from their grandparents, their moms, their dads, and everybody around them, all the musicians around them. And this is what they need to carry on. And I believe that all young people watching here today, should take away something from this. And any parting words before I take it away?
Just, like the young ladies on the program today, and even the gentleman on the program, the artiste, follow your dreams, like follow your dreams. If you feel that you have a special talent, don't be afraid, explore, follow it. And what was that hashtag from the artiste, the one about the heart? I really like that.
The art in my heart.
It's right, exactly. And I think like Leon said, everyone has art in their heart. So follow it, be true to yourself, and don't be afraid to take those next steps to make your dreams come true.
Exactly. And I just want to say thank you to all of our viewers who are locked on today. And please do share the link after we're done, after we have signed off of our live stream here. It will be available to view on my Facebook page as well, and also on my YouTube channel under Mala Harripersad. And you can check it out in its entirety, guys. And you can watch from the beginning to see how a show like The Artiste is so professional and so transparent in everything that they do, including the way they judge a competition. And that's so important. And I hope that all of our viewers will be watching it to gain some insight into how a professional competition is being judged. And I encourage you guys to check out The Artiste season 2 coming up in March. And if you want to enter, all the information will be on my Facebook page, and also share it on my Sunday Afternoon Lime page on Instagram as well too, for those of you who are interested. And I just want to say a big thank you to Leon Phillips and Srijit Krishnan and 11-year-old Lakshmi Rajesh from The Artiste. And a big thank you to Dharam Siraj from the BHAVANI Entertainment Group and Pratisha M, the 11-year-old singing sensation from South Africa, for gracing this platform here today with their awesome presence. And to you, Armala, thank you so much for joining me today. I couldn't have done this without you. And to all of our viewers, thank you again so much. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Valentine's Sunday afternoon. The night's not over yet. We are about to go enjoy our Valentine's. And I just want to take a minute here to wish my sister-in-law, Shanti Prasad, a very happy birthday. She is celebrating a birthday today. And to anybody else who is celebrating a birthday on Valentine's Day, a very happy birthday to any of you celebrating. So until I see you guys again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again next week, same time, same place. Armala?
Yes, to your viewers, a happy Valentine's Day. Wishing you all the best. Enjoy the rest of the evening, and we will see you again soon. And Mala, thank you again for having me on your show. Appreciate it. Like I say every time I'm on your show, I learned something new. I'm exposed to.
Don't worry, we're gonna get you. We're gonna. By the time you're done with me, you'll know all the chutney singers. You'll know all the Bollywood singers. You'll know everybody from South Africa. I guarantee you.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. Thank you again. Thank you, everybody.
Have a good night, everyone.
चांद भी देखा, फूल भी देखा, बादल बिजली तितली जुगनू, कोई नहीं है ऐसा, तेरा हुस्न है जैसा, हो तेरा हुस्न है जैसा, तेरा हुस्न है जैसा, हो तेरा हुस्न है जैसा, मेरी आँखों ने चुना है तुझको दुनिया देख कर, मेरी आँखों ने चुना है तुझको दुनिया देख कर, किसका चेहरा, किसका चेहरा अब मैं देखूं, तेरा चेहरा देख कर, मेरी आँखों ने चुना है तुझको दुनिया देख कर, मेरी आँखों ने चुना है तुझको दुनिया देख कर।
तुझको दुनिया देख कर मेरी आँखों ने चुना है तुझको दुनिया देख कर
Well, that's it, folks. That was a beautiful voice of Arnold Malahi from Suriname. So that's Suriname's talent as well. So until I see you again next week, same time, same place, guys. Have a fabulous Sunday night. Enjoy your Valentine's. Thank you so much.